Do you find that people really struggle to do that because they're just in a rush to talk about themselves or their product?
Yes. I mean, one of the most popular press releases we get is a product launch press release. And it's usually, here's the product, here's a list of features, here's a link to buy or learn more. And it's like, that's not much of a story for a journalist. And, one of the easiest things you can do in those cases is incorporate a use case study. Someone beta tested this, I'm certain. And what was their, take a favorable experience someone had and share it, give the context. Let's say you have a logistics software solution, and this company that...
Well, can you give me a real story, somebody that you helped that was going to go out and do this, and then you gave them this advice of use a case study or user whatever example, and then they actually did this. Can you...
Yeah, I mean, there's lots...
A real one.
Okay, so there is a company that actually has a product that was reaching grocery store shelves. It's called Brownie Brittle, and I think it was Gloria, somebody who put it out. And it was just like, here's the new product and everything like that. And I was just like, you need to have a story in there. It's not just a launch and availability, but what is it, that you can incorporate? And in their case, there's not a use case study like, Ed loves to eat these or something like that. But there's the origin story. It's like, who is, this, I think it was Sheila G maybe, tell us about her, tell us about the story. And it, it's like, she used to make brownies and people loved the edges, she noticed. And she's like, I wonder if I could make that like into a brittle. And it's got the chewiness and the crunch of the edges of brownies, and it became a product. And, sharing those sort of origin stories is important. I mean, there's a reason that everybody that comes out on the Shark Tank they don't open with their numbers and just talk about the financial opportunity. They share a vulnerability. Like, I got laid off and I decided to just take my entire 401k and go all in with this idea that I've just had in the back of my mind that I've always wanted to develop. Or I lost my dad and we used to have this little hobby product that we sold at yard sales. And I just said, I feel like there could be a business there. And what that does is it really gets to the human interest element. It gets us caring. People don't want to buy from companies. They want to buy from people. And that human interest element is so important to bridge that. And so in that case, with I think it was the Brownie Brittle, it was incorporating the origin story, getting, what was unique about that person's journey, because people like journeys. People want to support people. And what I find is a lot of small businesses don't learn from startups.